I genuinely wasn't expecting to make a video like this. Conceptually, I did write a script, but it was just a concept, never meant to be made into full production. However, in the last Q&A, SparksV asked me to give my top 5 games of 2022. Genuinely, I could have just answered him then and there. But this is more fun. I guess this will be a yearly series now. So here it is, my top 5 games that I played in 2022. And remember, this is Sparks' fault. This is Sparks' fault. Activision Blizzard is one of the most evil, despicable, and incompetent companies right now. Overwatch 2 is a underperforming update, Diablo Immortal lives up greatly to the memes, and Bobby Kotick is still in charge. In some part of me, I feel like I'm committing a cardinal sin by putting Modern Warfare 2 in this list at all, but at least it's number 5. I haven't really played a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 2, which I had massive amounts of fun from, but afterwards, every Call of Duty following had some sort of flaw or only one part of the package was good, whereas everything else was crap. Modern Warfare 2 is the first in a long while where I've actually enjoyed every single aspect of a Call of Duty game. The gameplay, the sounds, the missions, the interactions between the characters, the looks, the maps, out battlefielding Battlefield, everything just hooks me in. I can spend large amounts of time just customizing loadouts, trying out weapons, playing with friends. There's really only 3 issues I have with it. The UI is awful, the story sucks, and the customization items are kinda cringe. That being said, this is one of the best Call of Duty experiences in a long time, and the cherry on top is the voice chat.
I have 15,000.
You got
15,000 fucking wasted time on this fucking game.
Don't be a tryhard, get a job.
Yeah, we lost. Get! Go on, get!
Thank you, COD community, for the endless entertainment. There are so many roguelike games out there that many of them blur together and it can be hard to pick out which one is the best. I've played a lot of them this year alone, and there's a lot of competition. There's Bomber Crew, which is this fun game where you fly a bomber in World War II and complete objectives, but the catch is that you're actually controlling the crew members of the bomber and not the plane itself. I played a lot of Risk of Rain 2 with friends. I just love becoming this unstoppable killing machine where I enter the arena and just with one hit I completely obliterate the map. Cult of the Lamb was really good with some interesting mechanics, but if I were to choose a roguelike this year that really grabbed me, that captivated me in its full package, then let's go down Road 96. Road 96 is a game that caught me by surprise because at first I was more interested in a solid point-and-click adventure game. But then I'm playing it, and then I realize, oh shit, this is a roguelike. You play as teenagers trying to cross the border to get away from a tyrannical government, and your decisions in how you play can either help you escape or be caught or even killed. It's a really interesting spin on the concept, and I love it. What propels me further is the characters. They each feel so different and have different outputs in how they see Petria. You see them struggle trying to help others escape or dealing with their own personal demons, maybe getting involved in situations that they shouldn't. There's a lot of depth with the personalities that you get hooked in either helping them or derailing their own plans. Visually, the game is gorgeous with the changing and vibrant vistas that make Petria feel grand and special. Sometimes I caught myself just staring at the night sky or the grand valleys. But the biggest highlight of all is the soundtrack. It gets a little repetitive, but then you hear The Road come on and you're just like,
It feels so good out on the road and on my own, waking up now. Streams of flash, no looking back from ocean waves to desert skies and summer nights. I know the road is my home.
Road 96 can be challenging and brutal in gameplay and in context, but it is a solid experience, and I highly encourage you to try it out for yourself. By the way, works great on the deck.
The road is my home.
This next spot, I will admit, I had difficulty in choosing because there were a good couple of games that perfectly fit the number 3 spot in my top 5. Need for Speed Unbound was one I heavily considered putting here, but because of the weird top speed physics, the desync issues in multiplayer, and the spotty handling model, I stepped away. A Plague Tale Requiem was pretty good, but I felt like the game dragged its feet for 5 or 6 hours too long. For number 3, I'm giving it to what I will admit is a complex one. Now, before I get berated with comments about this, shush. F122 is a big leap from the previous games, as it does involve a whole new generation of cars, tracks, physics, rules, and publisher. But for the most part, I found myself in love with the game. 2021 I had a hard time with. The cars to me felt weird, wing damage was cripplingly unrealistic, and Breaking Point was a waste of everyone's time. Whereas 22 trims the fat, mostly, focuses on the cars and lets loose. Cody's might have trimmed a little too much off. The AI is suicidal, the interviews are gone, and there is a lot of repeated character models. Also, Pirelli Hot Lap is dumb, desync is still an issue, and the brand store singles out the financially inept from everyone else. But for a pure F1 experience, F122 nails it, and that's why it's number 3. And I have a very strong feeling that this series will take an incredibly bad turn in 2023. You are more than welcome to yell at me in the comments about this. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is fantastic. The original game was already amazing, but seeing it now with all the different endings and new lines from the narrator commenting on the current flow of video games, god damn, I love this. It's short, I had to buy it again, and there isn't much gameplay, but it's memorable, it's ageless, and it's genuinely funny. It's a game, not a game thing that captivates a viewer all because of a bucket. Of course it's fucking Elden Ring. My first FromSoft Souls-like was Bloodborne, and after beating that, I was hooked. Recently I started to play Dark Souls 1 since I never played through it, and after just defeating Ornstein and Smo after 30 or so attempts, I was thinking to myself, damn, these games have come a long way. Elden Ring feels like this incredible conglomeration of all the good parts of each game wrapped up in one package and then putting it in an open world. The land between is just so damn gorgeous. Each area feels completely unique to one another. Limgrave is this great beginning area full of grass, trees, and so much, while also teaching the player the bare concepts of what to keep their eyes out for. There's the caves underground, which have all these blues and purples and having its own nightscape. Caelid is an incredibly cursed place that feels ripped from Bloodborne's universe. There are so many memorable enemies like the raptor dogs, Stormveil hawks with swords on their feet, the cat statues in the dungeons, the shrimps, the hands. Everything is so memorable and identifiable. On some level, I'm a little mad with Elden Ring because thanks to it, the bar for sandbox games is now set so high it seems unachievable unless the right creative director has a distinct vision and if the publisher is willing to risk so much. But because Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin had such plan, such a tangible vision, FromSoft went full force. The little tweaks and changes to the game make the experience for new and old expand on the flow that cemented the Souls-like formula even more fun. You can get stupid experimental. Try a build, don't like it, respec, do something else, do what you want, fight what you want, get killed a lot, come back, beat some ass, become the Elden Lord that you deserve to be. Elden Ring is so good. And if you haven't played it yet, you really deserve to be maidenless. Bitch. Okay, new microphone, and unlike the previous recordings, I'm not sick anymore, so let's do some Q&A. Who is the worst driver of shambles? Geez. What motorsport would you want to have a main title game like F1? I've thought about that, and honestly, I actually want more vintage F1 or just vintage racing in general. You know, those old caskets with 4 wheels on them. A main title game like that kind of supports that sort of vintage racing style would be very fun. I mean, I understand why I can't, but I'm just saying it could be a lot of fun. Would you voice Rick or Morty if Adult Swim approached you for the work? Do I even have a good... okay, I know for fact I can't do a Morty. Like, that's just out of my realm. However... Morty! No, I can already hear it. Morty! My original voice actor is a piece of shit, so I'm also a piece of shit, but we gotta continue 3 more seasons of this shit, so get in the shit. Give me a 0 out of 10 for the Rick impression, thank you.